Well, we are absolutely delighted to welcome to our studio Jennie Shortridge. Jennie is an author, and she's written 3 books. The first one was Riding with the Queen, here we are, in 2003, followed by Eating Heaven in 2005, and now in 2008, brand new, hot off the presses, Love and Biology at the Center of the Universe. You are a very prolific woman, and welcome.
Thanks.
Really great to have you. Okay, so Love and Biology at the Center of the Universe. What's it about? Synopsis for us.
The synopsis is that Love and Biology is the story of a woman's journey. And I think all stories really are journeys, right? But this woman's journey is from perfect to better. And she only goes on it because she has to, because none of us really want to go on that journey of learning about ourselves. Because she, in the beginning of the story, she's living in this perfect, idyllic Oregon coast town with a perfect family, the perfect husband.
And he's great.
Great job as a biology teacher. But when one tiny piece of that crumbles, everything falls around it because she can't handle that. So she freaks out, and she ends up in a car heading north on New Year's Day, having no idea where she's going, wearing a bathrobe, and in the company of a small dog named Patsy Cline.
Wow.
And she ends up in at the center of the universe, which you know and I know, and most people watching probably know is Fremont.
Well, of course, Fremont is definitely the center of the universe.
Exactly.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes.
So how about reading us an excerpt?
Okay,
Does that sound good?
I would
Okay,
love to.
great.
Okay.
Here we go.
This is from chapter 1.
Great.
On the Friday morning before Christmas break, twisting south on Highway 101, and engrossed in the soaring voice of K.D. Lang singing perhaps the saddest love song Leonard Cohen ever wrote, Mira Serafino found herself thinking about the ropey hip muscles of a young man she'd slept with in college, shuddering in a way she hadn't in years. Jesus, she thought, where did that come from? A burst of sunlight slashed through the forest and into her eyes. She lowered the visor, but the sun was lower. Fumbling for sunglasses in the Subaru's console, she took her eyes from the road for what seemed a second. Beneath her, the tires vibrated over the asphalt's raised lane markings as K.D. sang Hallelujah, Hallelujah, and Mira sensed rather than saw the thicket of blackberry brambles flattening as the passenger side slammed to a halt against a towering western red cedar. Her left hand gripped the wheel, and her right arm barricaded the empty passenger seat. An acidic taste filled her mouth, tin and bile. Adrenaline, she thought, noting her rapid heartbeat, the tingling in her feet and hands. Her body had involuntarily reacted by inducing the fight-or-flight response, something that always amazed her, even after so many years explaining it to students. The car was still running. How could that be? And K.D. had moved on to a waltz, equally as sad. Oh, God, Mira said, oh, God, bringing her cold hands to her face as if to check that her head was still there. Slowly, she twisted it from side to side, wondering if there was such a thing as side whiplash. Oh, Jesus, she said, though not in prayer. How had she let this happen? But she knew the answer. In the past year or so, her mind had become foggier than the Oregon coast in December. And no matter how many ginkgo and fish oil and black cohosh pills she swallowed, no matter how many crossword puzzles she completed, no matter how sternly she berated herself, she could no longer summon sharpness or clarity or speed when she needed to. Or once she'd had control, chaos now reigned. She was moody and unpredictable. Her hormones were deserting her. It was either that or a brain tumor, and she could never decide which would be worse, losing your mind or losing your sex.
Oh, that's really great.
Thanks.
Wonderful. Mira Serafino. I like the character's name.
Yes, Italian woman from a big Italian family.
Now, the impetus for this book, where did this come from? Is this about you at all?
Well, I think most writers will fess up and say, sure, we've got a lot of ourselves in our stories.
Right.
But I would never set out to create a story about myself, because that's not something I'm really interested in doing or revealing about myself. So what we do is we take influences from a lot of different places, combine them all into something new, some new thing. And so this story started with me trying to figure out what this whole dichotomy for women in our society about good girl, bad girl. Are you a good girl? Are you a bad girl? What does that mean? And why isn't there some place that we can meet in between and just be ourselves? And so I really wanted to explore that with this character, Mira.
And what did you find out?
Well, I found out, as Mira found out as the story goes along, that we really are both. We have to have a balance. We can't think of the the things that are deep inside us as bad or wrong, they're just part of us. Those
Aspects
things,
of who we are.
Yes, those desires and those kinds of things.
How
that Mary
boring
has.
if it wasn't a mix.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
All right, so you are going to get to see Jennie at her big book launch at the Queen Anne Avenue Books, which is on Queen Anne Hill, May 15th, 6:30. There's the book, and this is the really exciting part, or as exciting. Jennie is giving away one of her books. She is going to autograph it right now. So if you want our freebie, our second freebie of this show, this book, you want to go to our website, seattlechannel.org/artzone, and click on free stuff. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I hope this book just zooms to the top of the New York Times bestseller list.
I hope so too. Thank you so much.
And I like your lipstick, by the way.
Thank you.